For the avoidance of doubt, the Simple Side does not provide investment, tax, or legal advice. As with any asset, the value of any asset class can go up or down, and there can be substantial risk that you lose your money buying, selling, holding, or investing in any asset. You should carefully consider whether trading or holding assets is suitable for you in light of your financial condition.
Welcome to the Simple Side. Market beating picks inside. There's no jargon and no time to waste. Join the Simple Side and end up in first place. Welcome to the Simple Side. Market beating picks.
Welcome back to the Simple Side, or welcome to the Simple Side if it is your first time here. Just so you know, we're like that friend of yours that always gives you stock picks, except the stocks we have actually make returns. Like I said, if this is your first time here, we're glad to have you. Thanks for joining us. If you're one of the nearly 300,000 returning subscribers, welcome back. We're glad to have you as well. I switched up the newsletter format a little bit today and have decided to throw an outline of the newsletter in the forefront of this article. This is going to let you skip around the article and find the parts that you want to read. So paying subscribers, if you want to skip all the stuff at the beginning and jump down to the picks that we have for next week, you can do so. Go ahead and check that outline out right here. But before you do that, I want to remind you, this newsletter is being posted on thesimpleside.substack.com. So go and look us up. If you Google The Simple Side, will come up, so go find us there. I want you to go to this newsletter and I want you to click on this button here for a survey. It's just about these Saturday sendouts that we do, which is of course this podcast and the newsletter we send out every Saturday. I want you to let me know what you love, what you hate, what you want to see added, what you want to see taken out. I just want to know everything about the reading experience so that I can change up this Saturday sendout, change up this podcast, change up this newsletter, and make it as best as it can be for what you want to know about the market. So go and click that survey again, thesimpleside.substack.com. All right, let's hit a quick overview of what's in the podcast and what's going to be in the newsletter. We've got free content, of course, that goes out to everybody. If you're reading this, you get some quick updates on everything that's happening. I'm going to update everybody on the subscriber raffles, our website that's upcoming, and then our copy trading that's being released sometime soon. Also, you get to look at our weekly trade performance, which is up 9% year to date now. And you're going to get to look at some weekly politician trading, some weekly insider trading, and then some portfolio updates. I actually just updated my Contrarian bets portfolio, which is up 39% year to date, thanks to one major stock, which is up over 72% since the beginning of this year, and another one up 61%, doing quite well there. Then, if you're a paid subscriber, you get access to some incredible things. You get to see our weekly stock picks that we've been sending out for over 29 weeks now, over 2 quarters. And year to date, these picks are up 9.71%. And over the past 2 quarters, we have absolutely crushed the market, beating it by something like 30%. You're also going to get access to mergers and acquisition stocks. So these are, again, stocks that are going to go into that weekly buy summary that are based on mergers and acquisitions. Then you're going to get to look at top investment ideas for the week, microcap stock picks, which I think are up something like 19.55% year to date, and then earnings and options. So these, again, are stocks that have earnings coming up and options that we expect to perform well on them, or just the general performance we expect to see from that stock, bullish, bearish, neutral. You get the idea. All right, finally, we're getting into the good stuff here, the quick updates. Like I said, subscriber giveaways are back. Last year, we gave away over $4,000 to subscribers here, and we want to do it again this year. Now, we've got some great ideas on how we're going to get this done. First off, we're going to give away some items from our shop. If you don't know, we actually have a shop that's on our Substack. There's a little link to it you can go find. And our shop just has things like t-shirts, mugs, stickers, and I think like a mouse pad on there too. So go and check that out. But we're also going to be giving away $2,000 to a paying subscriber. And usually we'll do this a couple of times throughout the year. So if you haven't joined paid and you want to, join paid. But I think there's a coupon code below that'll get you 20% off for your first 12 months. So go and find that, check that out. All right, we also have the website that's being updated. Like I said, this has been in beta for a while now. Some of you have gone to the website, you've joined, and you've been wondering why you're not already in there as a paid subscriber. Like I said, this is all being updated, so that is to come. Again, the final sprint for copy trading is on the way. I have signed documents already. I've signed documents with a group. We're building the onboarding experience now, and this is going to allow subscribers to copy my portfolios one for one. Again, paying subscribers will get access to this immediately. And as a reminder, these portfolios are up over 312% since I started tracking them in 2020. Again, more stuff for paying subscribers here. They get access to a spreadsheet with all of our trades, a dashboard, and anything you could ever want to see about our portfolio on it. If you're reading the newsletter, thesimpleside.substack.com, you can see a quick screenshot of what this dashboard looks like. And then there's tons of other sheets available that show each individual trade, how things are performing, and all of that good stuff. So go and check that out if you're paid. If you're not paid, join and then go and check that out. It is awesome. All right, let's talk about our weekly trades performance. Again, like I said, we send out weekly trades every Saturday in this newsletter, and this is how they have performed. You can go back for 29 weeks and find every newsletter that we've written and seen how these things have performed, but I can also tell you about it right now. We are up 27.06% in 29 weeks. That translates to an annualized gain of 48.53%. Now, over the same period of time, the SPY, our benchmark, is up only 10% with annualized returns predicted to be 19.26%. So you can already see that we're outperforming by nearly double what the SPY has been performing, actually over double what the SPY has been performing. If you want to, you can see all the stocks that we sent to paying subscribers last week in the newsletter. You can also see how we did quarter one, quarter two, and what we've done so far in quarter three of us sending out this newsletter. All right, let's talk about our politician trading report. For those of you that don't know, politician trading actually matters a lot, and it doesn't matter what party the politician is with. The important thing is that they make crazy returns. For example, David Rouser returned 104% in 2024, and the Democrat that followed David Rouser, who is a Republican, returned 70.9% over that year as well. And that Democrat is Nancy Pelosi, who everybody loves to track. So just know that politician trading matters, and you should pay attention to it. They have insider knowledge, whether they admit it or not. There's two ETFs that track politician trading. One of them is ticker NANC. The other is KRUZ, and they track Democratic and Republican trades, respectively. Both were up this past week. NANC up 2.6%, KRUZ up 1.94%. Over the past month, both were up as well, around 3%, and over the past year, both are up around 4 to 4.5%. And over the past 30 days, I've watched 9 politicians. They made 36 trades and had a total trade volume of $4.51 million. And there's one stock that I find very, very interesting from this list. And I want to let you know before we get into it that politician buyers have outpaced politician sellers by a factor of 9 to 1 over this past week. 9 to 1. They are massive, massive buyers right now in this market, which is very interesting. And the biggest buy I saw this past week was Mark Green, who bought a gold trust ETF amid selling millions of dollars worth of NGL partners. He's been selling down his holdings in NGL, which is an energy company. He's been selling down those holdings since early 2024 and has not shown signs of stopping. In fact, this gold purchase marks one of 2 holdings in his portfolio, the other being that decreasing share of NGL that he's got. So I took a look at Barrick Gold, one that we could look into buying for this week, and I found some other interesting news. Massive and consistent insider buying. Over the past week, over the next week, I'm going to be buying gold and putting it into our weekly trades portfolio, looking to capitalize on its current historic run. Again, paying subscribers, you'll get access to all of this down below in the newsletter. If you want to see the 5 other most recent politician trades, go to the newsletter, thesimpleside.substack.com, and you can see a quick image of all of the most recent trades, how much the politician bought the stock for, what amount of money they put into the stock, whether they bought or sold, and all of that stuff. So go and check that out. Now let's talk about insider trading. We track another ETF here, ticker SURE, and currently SURE is up 0.5% over the past week, 3.44% over the past month, and 2.83% year to date. The monthly buy-sell ratio for insiders is currently 0.22, which is below the average of 0.4, and lower than last week's ratio of 0.29. This indicates a slight sell from insiders in the market, but nothing major. Our insider stock highlight this week is a little bit different from last week. Last week we highlighted KDP, which is Keurig Dr. Pepper, for those of you that don't know. And that stock was disappointing at best. It hit our stop loss of negative 1% returns. And eventually it did end up recovering, but we hit that stop loss, so we ended up selling the stock. The stock we decided not to buy last week was TKO Group Holdings. These are the owners of the UFC and the WWE. This week, we're following the money. TKO Holdings is topping the charts of insider buying this week, with an insider buying over $81 million worth of shares. And this time, we're not going to bet against them. The company's been driving up incredible revenue numbers since late 2023. And we think that this is going to end up leading to a great week next week, just like it had a great week last week. Again, paying subscribers, you'll be able to see the buy summary later on in the newsletter. Go to thesimpleside.substack.com to see that. You can also see the past 5 largest trades from insiders by going to the newsletter, and you already know where to find it, thesimpleside.substack.com. Go check it out there. All right, this is the really exciting part that I want you all to pay attention to. This is our portfolio updates. So I've talked about it already, but we have 3 major portfolios that everybody pays attention to. We've got the flagship fund. This is our largest group of holdings. These are the stocks that are kind of the slow and steady group, but has also been up over 312% since we started the portfolio in 2020. Then we've got our contrarian trades up 39.38% year to date. And these are kind of our riskier but higher growth bets that we make. And then we've got weekly stock returns, which again is what this newsletter focuses on. All the weekly stock picks that we have, which is up 9.71% year to date. Super happy about those returns. I won't get into it on the podcast, but in the newsletter, you can go see our top performers, what their returns are, and each portfolio's returns if you go look at the newsletter. But I want to highlight our contrarian trades portfolio updates. In 2024, we traded a total of 7 stocks. That's it. 7 stocks, and we held each for an average of 3 months and 23 days. And those 7 stocks averaged a 59% return per trade. 59% per trade. And that's what we try to do with the Contrarian Bets portfolio, and I talk about it more in the newsletter, but we basically just try to find trends that are happening in the world and then capitalize on those trends before institutional money or big money starts to capitalize on those trends as well. What I highlight in the newsletter is last year, our buys of companies that were building GLP-1s, also known as like Ozempic or the weight loss injections. We bought 2 companies. We bought Eli Lilly, ticker LLY, and Hims & Hers, ticker HIMS. And these stocks did incredibly well for us. We sold Eli Lilly at a 50% return, and we still own Hims, which is up to a 157% return. And that's what we try to do with the Contrarian Bets portfolio. But we've got some really exciting updates. We're going to be updating you on our most recent and our newest contrarian trades, which are focused on the secondary effects of the AI trading. What does that mean? Well, this part of the trade hinges on one major thing, and those ideas are available to paying subscribers. I know, what a cheeky upsell, but if you're a paying subscriber, you can scroll down and start reading about all of these. I'm not going to cover it in the podcast. I want you to go and read the newsletter. This is our core offering. I want you to go and check it out there. So please go and read about these. For free subscribers, you really should consider joining the newsletter and reading about these contrarian trades. In the newsletter, again, thesimpleside.substack.com, I've put 3 links for you if you're a free subscriber. I've put 3 links. And actually, I've put a link in there for if you're a paying subscriber as well. I've put a link to give a gift subscription to somebody. If you think this kind of stuff is interesting, if you like hearing about stocks, if you like getting this news, these updates on politicians and insiders and how these portfolios are doing, give this gift to somebody else. Let them come and check it out as well. We have a ton of people do that. A lot of times that person you give that gift to isn't going to convert to a paying subscriber, but it might be interesting for them to check it out for a month or 2 months or however long you want to give it to them for. For free subscribers, I've got a discount in here for 20% off for your first year of joining the Simple Side. Our total subscription cost annually is $200, so you'll be getting 20% off of that. But if you're a little bit skeptical, you want to give us a 7-day free trial, I've got a link for that as well. Go and get a 7-day free trial. Try us out for a week. I promise you're going to be enjoying it. We're going to send you out a stock that Berkshire might buy. What? What is that? Well, go and join the free trial. Get that stock that Berkshire might buy in the middle of the week next week, and then decide if you like what you see. Decide if you like these Saturday send-outs that we send, and then go and take a look at our portfolios and decide if you like the portfolios. I mean, they've performed well, but they might not be some people's cup of tea. So go and check that out. If you're a paying subscriber, I want you to know that the secondary effects of AI trade focuses on a couple of things. It focuses on 22 individual stocks and one ETF, so you can make your pick or you can buy the whole bucket if you'd like. The stock range from everything from water companies that are going to benefit from the 26 million liters of water used to power a 1 megawatt data center in the US, to companies building nuclear power plants that are estimated to provide the 90 terawatt hours of power needed annually to run an AI data center. Again, paying subscribers, go and check this out. This is a very core offering, something you have access to, so please go read this, enjoy it, and decide if you want to invest in these companies. Like I said, it's been great to be here on the podcast with you. I'm glad to have all you joining. You can always reach out to me at my email, thesimplesidenews@gmail.com. You can reply to the newsletter that was sent out if you're listening to the newsletter. You can go to thesimpleside.substack.com to find me and reach out to me about whatever. Remember, we've got raffles coming up, we've got a website being built, and we've got copy trading about to be released. So take advantage of all of it before the subscription price starts to go up. I'm not saying this in the newsletter. I will probably add it at some point, but the subscription price will go up when all these offerings start to compound on one another. So get in while things are still cheap. I'm glad to have you with me, and I will see you next week.